Like his body transformation looks amazing, and he's improving in the ring. So well done to him. And then of course KSI, the Nightmare, showed why he is the Nightmare. Joe Thorne, I think he dominated that from start to finish. Joe really came in with a lot of confidence and seemed relaxed as well until he felt the power of KSI. And then I think his hesitation caused him to get hit a little bit more. And JJ measured him in the first, was just figuring him out in the first round, then closed distance on him in the second and drowned him out and just really kind of was going to end it at will. So really, overall, fantastic night. Really pleased with it.
JJ, maybe tell us how it felt to be back. I mean, it hasn't been that long this time, but...
Well, yeah, well, I mean, last time I was back, what, it was January?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's, yeah, bro, it's like I'm a professional.
One night, this will be there.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Four fight in 7 months.
It hasn't even been a year since the Misfit started, in August, and we've already done, what, 7 incredible events.
I remember the home video on the Sunday to look.
Yeah, man, it was wild. But yeah, you know, today it was a tough test. You know, me against Joe Fournier. You know, he had the experience on me, and you know, as soon as I hit him with a couple shots, I just knew, like, he gave me the eyes when he was like, oh wow. So at that point, he was very standoffish, and that's where I was able to really just close him down and shorten the distance. And then second round, I came through with that overhand, the shot that he said I wouldn't be able to land on him. Came through with it, and then from then on, he was like trying to grab me for dear life, trying to just hold me, just trying to figure out where he was, and then from then on, I just hit him, right, boom, and that was it.
Did you've obviously had some, you know, anyone who gets in the ring, as I said before, your opponents before have obviously been valiant opponents, and no disrespect to Pineda. You know, it's a different sort of a pro boxer, let's say.
In my head, like, just to cross over my legs, go into southpaw and try some stuff. And then, yeah, you know, I went back to the basics, just the overhand, and it was just there, it was open. He just left his head there for that massive shot, and then that just fully rocked him. And at that point, he was just trying to survive. He was in survival mode. And yeah, that's all she wrote.
Tell me something. I've done, I don't know, I've promoted in Wembley Arena probably about 20 years, and I've never seen a main event warm up during the undercard in the loading bay.
Yeah.
Was that a preparation for what was to come later in the evening, or what were you actually? I was trying to work out what you were doing.
The funny thing is, so I was telling Alexis,
I thought it was looking like it.
I was telling Alexis, well, we've never done this before, and he was like, yeah, we did in the last fight. And I was like, no, we definitely didn't. But then I was like, all right, well, we started doing it, and bro, everyone started showing up with the cameras.
Yeah, no,
just filming me. But yeah, we, you know, with warm-ups are very
first I've ever seen.
Yeah, warm-ups. Well, yeah, man, I did my thing. I felt fresh, I felt alive, I felt ready, man. And you know, even with the 1-2 shots that he hit me with, I just ate them, and I was like, yeah, bro, this guy can't do anything to me, because I just know how hard I train. You know, in camp, how the people I spar with, you know, it's at such a high level. So, yeah, for me, I just know whenever I touch you, you're going to sleep.
We obviously saw, I mean, there's lots of interesting fights out there, but clearly we had a visitor here tonight.
Yeah. Tommy Fury.
An interesting
Yeah, man. I won that fight, bro. I won that fight. And I already know. No, I already know people are gonna doubt me, being like, "You have no chance. There's no way." And I'm like, "Try me, fam. Put me in the ring." Everyone's saying, "Oh, you've got power. This, blah 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 blah." And then I show people me knocking them out, you know, beating them constantly, and then you're like, "Oh, he's not that good. Oh, he's not that good." And then when I go in and beat the people that you didn't think I'll beat, then what?
So we close Tommy next.
I want Tommy, bro. Give me Tommy, man.
We get that done.
Right, if you're next.
We go to the floor.
JJ.
Okay, wait. Let's go one at a time, Raheem.
Radio Raheem. We saw you reviewing the knockout shot when you sat down. Fournier has called that an illegal shot. He's even gone so far as to say that it was an intentionally illegal shot. What's your response to that?
Well, I hit him with an overhand. He came through, trying to survive, right to the body. He's trying to grab hold of me, and then I gave him a right hook.
Did you feel anything on the elbow? Is there any...
Honestly, it was so fast, I didn't even think that I hit him with the elbow.
If you look back at it, sorry, just to jump in, but I've had these situations a few times before in boxing. He throws the first flurry of punches. Fournier steps base clearly, if those have rocked him. He comes in, and yes, there's a right hand that goes over. You can see the best shot is if you look behind the head. You see when the fist goes past the chin, the head moves. So the movement has been caused initially by the punch. Yes, there's a follow through. You can see it's not an elbow, actually, it's more of a forearm that comes across it. That happens in big fights. I've had it happen early this year with
Eubank and
Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr. It happens in flurries of punches. You know, it's not intentional. It's absolutely not intentional. It's nothing that's going to change the decision or something. It's something that happens in boxing, but it's not. There's no way in hell that he throws that. You'd be a boxing genius if you managed to pull the elbow off in that situation. It doesn't happen like that.
Why would I want to illegally hit him? It just makes no sense.
Tommy Fury, after a knockout like that, he still says that Jake Paul is better than you, that you'll be an easy fight, and he'll chin you in the way that he couldn't pull.
Put me in the ring. Bro, a lot of times, Jake Paul hit with an overhand, and bro, like, Tommy just ate it. Jake Paul ain't got power like me, bro. I'm different.
Are you approaching fighting differently? Like the first round looked a little unorthodox, awkward angles. Was that an intentional approach to the fight?
Yeah. That's, you know, like, this is what we've all worked on. And basically, with me, I'm just an awkward guy. It's hard to find someone that spars like me, because if I'm just like traditional, jab, right hand, yeah, you know, you can get several guys like that. Whereas with me, I like to just switch it up, be different, be all over the place, and it works. I still win every time. I get wins.
JJ, we spoke just before on the Thursday after the press conference how special it was to be on the same card again as your brother Deji. Yeah. I mean, how special is it now?
It's
you won, but Deji won as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, Deji, I always said he could be one of the best in the scene, and he just keeps smashing it, man. Like, he just looks so comfortable, and the shot selection was phenomenal. He was just, the footwork was nice. Yeah, bro, he was just catching swarms, and swarms just didn't know what to do with him.
And do you feel like the more fights you have, the more pressure you've got on your shoulders, but you're a man that likes fighting under these pressure moments?
For me, I love the pressure, and I bring it onto myself. Bro, look how I talk online, especially. You know, people always saying I'm like an anime character when I speak and all this and that. And I think I'm the villain. Bro, you know, I do it on purpose because I want all the pressure. I want people to want me to fail, and then when I keep proving them wrong, I just get to laugh in their face. And it feels great.
And the one thing I didn't see, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said in the presser that you were going to dance on him once you won. I did a
little dancing. I did a little, but no, I wanted to be respectful, and look, you go into the ring, and any man that gets into the ring deserves respect. And yeah, I went over to him. I said, you know, I'm lucky, and then we moved on.
JJ, I'm not sure if you saw earlier on the night, but Tommy Fury and Idris Virgo got into a bit of a brawl.
I didn't see this.
Well, after this, have a watch of it. I don't know what brought upon that, but if he got physical with you at a presser, do you see yourself retaliating a similar thing happening?
What, in terms of me and Tommy?
Yeah. I don't know who started it.
I mean, did you not see what happened in the ring, bro?
No, I'm talking outside the ring.
Yeah, I'll slap him. Yeah, quick slap.
Do you think, is there a genuine dislike from your part towards him?
I think for me, I just, like, my hatred is towards people who think that they're better than me in this influencer boxing scene.
when you sized him up face to face, that's why for the first time, what did you see when you looked in his eyes?
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy. Yeah, it reminded me of Logan Paul, you know, who was also a big guy. But I have no fear, man. I always take risks. My whole life has just been risk upon risk, and I reap the rewards because of it. So,
JJ, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Look good performance, but I have to go back to that situation of the knockdown because on social media it's popping up everywhere. There's angles of the knockdown. In my opinion, if I'm completely honest, it does look like the elbow landed before the punch. But I just want to say Joe Fournier did walk past. I think he wanted to say to you that you didn't win cleanly. I didn't hear it correctly. Kale Mams as well. If Joe wants to, go to the commission and have a word with that, is there going to be anything done about that? Or?
Right, let me just quickly take that. You're a boxing reporter, or what's your background?
Yes, I'm a boxing reporter.
I've never seen you at a boxing press conference before.
Because I was.
So let me ask you a question. What angles you see?
I can show you right now.
Yeah, you show me afterwards. But we've answered the question on it. There's one angle. I'll give it to you totally right. One angle looks like a straight elbow, absolutely. But there's also the key angle. If you look at behind the head, that's the angle that you look at the commission. That's the angle where you see which part, when the head moves. If the head moves, then clearly there's impact. Are we agreed on that? So look at the angle from behind the head. So thank you for the question. That's more a question to Joe Fournier if he wants to put in a protest. I've heard they're going to. If they do, brilliant. That's down to the commission. But we'll just talk about the results tonight in the future, please.
A final question for me though is also you walked out with Books Malone. Big entrance. You did speak about how you're going to make it a flashy entrance.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about that. That was big for you.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it made sense obviously with the whole boxing link up. It'd be sick to have him in the ring, you know, get him fighting, especially on Misfits. But yeah, man, it just made sense. He came through with a verse, killed it, and I was like, yeah, bro, walk me out, man. Let's make history tonight.
JJ, I know you're focused on Tommy Fury. You made your WrestleMania debut, and then you've gone against Joe Fournier. Can we expect to see more WWE appearances now that you made your debut?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know how many bumps I can take, especially like that, bro. I don't know if I can take Logan Paul jumping from 10 feet onto me.
How did it feel to take that bump from Logan Paul?
It winded me. Yeah, that's why I didn't move for a while when I was down there. But yeah, I fully enjoyed the experience, but I will leave it to the professionals for sure.
And what's with Logan Paul returning to boxing? Is there any updates on that? Because he's had an extension from his WWE contract. Is he coming back into the boxing fold? And what's the updates on that?
Watch this space. We'll see.
JJ, back here. You've got an August 26th in one, I think, at the O2. Is that the date you would ideally like for the Tommy Fury fight?
You're very well informed, sir. I'd like to know your contact with the O2. That's interesting.
Well, there's a London day now, so I'm just...
There's a London day, yeah. There's a London day. We've got one in September, then we've got one in October. We don't actually have one in August, I don't believe. So you're close. You're close. You're close. It would be the anniversary of 001, actually. Yeah. It would be nice, but no, there's an early September and there's one that's a little bit later. Like I said, we haven't made a deal with Fury yet. We'll sit down, do the business side of things, and we get fights done.
JJ, I assume that's the time frame you would like, right?
I mean, I'm ready whenever. I'm ready whenever. Yeah, I just let these guys do what they need to do. Obviously, there's a lot of logistics, but
and
yeah.
Did you catch? I'm sure you didn't, but your best friend Jake shot a little tweet out saying he hopes it's a disqualification or no contest.
I didn't see nothing. Is that with the? Okay. Well, I need to probably see it because I felt like I hit him with the right.
Of course he's gonna. Duck Paul is gonna start talking. That's that's just his style. He likes to hate on JJ every chance he gets, especially now that he's got an L in that column. You know, he's taking a big loss. He wants JJ.
It don't hit the same anymore, man. With Jake.
I think we've moved on from Duck Paul. He's ducked too hard. Go for Tommy, and then see what's next after that.
Man.
No.
JJ, last one. You're killing it with the boxing scene. You're killing it with the music and everything. You say you never take L's. I don't know if you've seen Gideon's hairline surgery, but do you think that will be next on your to-do list?
You know what? After seeing Gideon's transformation and seeing the amount of love he's been getting, it was tempting. But I think maybe after my boxing career is over, I'll consider it. But right now, I feel like it helps, you know, shine off all the shots to the head. Yeah, I feel like with the hairline, they're able to catch my head a bit more. Yeah.
And it's like a force field against the hate as well.
Yeah.
Like, what? It bounces off.
Oh, great.
JJ, Soul Poppy is probably the second most popular Misfits boxer. Obviously, he took his first loss tonight. What are your thoughts on that? Have you had an opportunity to speak with him?
Yeah, I mean, Andy Taylor just did his thing, man. The tactics were perfect with Andy Taylor. I think with Soul Poppy, he should have asked for more rounds, man.
He should have.
Yeah, like the 3 rounds fucked him up. Like, it didn't help. Like, with Soul Poppy, he's a patient guy and he will work.
He's trying to catch a man.
Yeah, he will work some counter
catch
punches.
him.
Yeah, so I didn't really understand the logic behind it, but yeah, fair play to Anthony Taylor.
You think it warrants a rematch? We might see that on the next card.
Yeah, you never know. I think definitely with more rounds. Definitely not 3 rounds.
Let's
10 rounds, yeah.
We'll have Poppy come back and fight. You know, listen, his first loss. He's a young fighter.
Yeah.
Anthony Taylor, for him, that opened a lot of doors as well. And I always promise the winner's going to have a lot of opportunities. And also, even the cool thing about Misfits is, look at Deji. He lost his first 3 fights, right?
Yeah.
Now he's won 2 fights and he's done amazing and he's still getting big fights. So it's not like traditional boxing that a loss defines your career. So Soul Poppy will be back bigger, better, stronger.
One from Fred. Fred, just a second.
I've got a question. It's interesting what Mams is saying there about how in infamous boxing you can have a number of losses, like Deji for example, and bounce back. But in boxing, you have 1 or 2 losses, and everyone counts you out.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is different about infamous boxing?
Sorry?
Why do you think it's so different in
Well, because
infamous boxing?
it's just entertainment, and I feel like we have a better community in the influencer boxing scene compared to traditional boxing. I feel like a bit more ruthless.
I don't know about that.
A bit more ruthless and dangerous.
No, you know what it is? They actually give you the most shit ever. Like, they kill you online, but their memory spans are shorter. Like, they're more forgiving.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I've looked off the Klitschko's. Vladimir Klitschko lost 3 times by knockout and then went on to become heavyweight champion and stay heavyweight champion undefeated for 10 years. So you learn as a pro as well. The difference is, and that was from Donald, the question, straight away Jake Paul, who's got a lot of followers, fair enough, it comes out and has a pop. It's clear that we get questions that it's, an elbow. What if there was in a boxing fight? Sorry, the press
Jake
conference
Paul
again,
wants to be a Hall of Famer.
you wouldn't get those questions after that flurry of punches where he's clearly taking him out with the first shot. And he's rocking and rolling. He's coming with another 1-2, boom, and he's finished maybe on a forearm, which is after a punch. Sorry, that doesn't happen in normal boxing. So this space is about the love and the hate. It's about the reaction. So is that a normal reaction? Of course it is, and we'll ride on it. And then, tomorrow's another day. That's what it is.
The WBC was willing to offer Jake Paul a ranking if he beat Tommy Fury. If you face Tommy Fury and beat him, will you be seeking that same ranking?
I'm putting a call into Mauricio on Monday. Sure. I might do it tonight on the way out. He'll be up with a tequila now, so I'll give him a call.
JJ. Mams, back here. KSI and Jake have always been on this one-upmanship, and now KSI seems to be on the trajectory to fight Tommy Fury. Jake Paul put a rematch clause in his fight with Tommy. Would you look to signal your intent and confidence by not putting a rematch clause against Tommy Fury for 2 leaving?
He didn't use the rematch clause, though, did he?
He didn't use it, because he knew he was going to lose.
It's a valid question.
He's going to lose again, and then he'd be, 5-2, 6-2, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I don't think we need a rematch clause with anyone at this point that we're going to take on. Tommy next, no rematch clause needed. Let's run this thing.
Is that a stadium fight, man?
Sorry?
Is that a stadium fight?
We'll let you guys know when we can, and ultimately what I was saying is, look, the cool thing is, yes, JJ does have this anime larger-than-life character. Any one of you guys who spend 5 minutes away from the persona which drives him as a boxer You can't confuse that. This is what drives JJ. When you hang out with him and have a cup of tea, I've never had a cup of tea with you, have I? We've had
I'm not really.
But he's a humble, chill guy, right? And at the end of the day, he knows he's got realistic expectations. He's like, I'm the best on this scene. Duck Paul says he wants to be a future champion and a Hall of Famer, and he'll be a Hall of Famer for being a duck. Pretty much. No more Jake Paul though. Let's make this. This is about KSI tonight.
Very last one. Just a top question about the potential KSI Tommy Fury fight. Then obviously it would be huge here, massive. The numbers seems to be like it is in Saudi. Was that something that you would Saudi take over there?
No.
It would be definitely here.
Please,
UK.
Yeah.
UK, baby.
No offense to Saudi, man.
Also, just to say on the stadium front, it's definitely it's 100% a stadium fight. But the problem is the time of the year. It's the Premier League season. Unfortunately, my team is the only team where the stadium would be possible because they have that special pitch, but there's not a chance in hell I'm going to convince him to do it at Tottenham. So we're sort of stuck on the stadium part of things. So I think Arsenal's stadium doesn't have to do that.
Any return. No, I don't want to start that fight with a bad omen. You know,
it's either Manchester or London.
Right, thank you everybody. Yeah, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate that.
Thank you guys.